Hamlet is probably the most famous and most familiar of the works by William Shakespeare. More than 400 years later, people are still discovering and enjoying his vast body of work, even though the entire works of Shakespeare are available free of charge on the internet. Many people find Shakespeare's work inaccessible and intimidating. I seek to remedy that situation with this series of videos. I'm going to perform that most famous of speeches from Hamlet, to be or not to be. Despite the passing of centuries, the to be or not to be speech offers the full range and complexity of the human condition, fundamentally unchanged from Shakespeare's time. It's about balancing our ideals with our base emotions. It's about life versus death, morality versus revenge, and here and now versus the afterlife. Discovering the character of Hamlet may lead you to discover something profound about yourself. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them. To die, to sleep, no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. Oh, 'tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, to sleep. Perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in this sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the calamity of so long life, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he might his quietus make with a bare bodkin. Who would fardels bear to sweat and grunt under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus conscience doth make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moment with this regard their currents turn awry and lose the name of action. Soft you now, the fair Ophelia, nymph, in thy orisons be all my sins remembered.